sign out of Brooklyn, New York, the 2014 Camaro. He'll be sitting next to your number one qualifier, Cody Phillips, coming out of South Weber, Utah, the 1994 Toyota Supra with that 2JZ power. As CP Pistons, GSC Power Division is going to be on board here. Louis Philippines right side, you see the American Racing Headers on the side of the car. He's got Frank Supercars, Frankenstein Engine Dynamics, and of course, the Procharger entry here was good enough to be your number 5 qualifier. As Louis ran a 7:16 with a 9 in qualifying, but he's been running pretty good so far here tonight, just a little bit quicker with each pass. Cody Phillips, though, has got everybody. Keep an eye on him, as again, he's been the only car into the 6-second zone here in JPC Racing Street Fighter. Pre-stage beams on here for Louis Philippines. Cody Phillips going to the pre-stage lights also. Right lane Philippines is in. Waiting on Cody Phillips. Lines are getting ready to come down. Cody Phillips is going to strike the tires, it looks like. Louis Philippines is going to the final with the Camaro. 7:10 with a 7 and a $191. He's going to the finals. Cody Phillips, this close, struck the tires on the start line, and it's going to be Louis Philippines, American Racing Headers, going to the final. Guess what, Fabian?
Tony Phillips is going to the finals. Christine Dodworth unable to make the call.
Which means we were almost guaranteed to have a Phillips go to the final.
Yep. Yeah.
Could have been a all Phillips final.
Could have. Maybe next year.
All Phillips fighter in the Street Fighter.
All right, let's see what Tony, he's just going to take the tree. He's going to idle down. So he is in the final. And Higgins, I believe that is a smart move. He's saving parts, but he is giving up lane choice. But I really don't think lane choice is all that important.
I'm very torn from a personal standpoint here on the I've seen this kind of work more so in a negative fashion usually for that driver than the positive when it's not a full pull. Generally, though, it's a little bit more of a bracket racing rule, if I'm being honest with you, than a heads-up program. But here's see, I'm going to kind of keep an eye on this. I want to see over the next couple of categories that carries over. Sometimes a full pull is better to do just from a consistency standpoint.
In the finals, just getting to the finals.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, this race every year, I mean, it gets faster and faster. I mean, heck, we had a couple of these little imports go. One went like a 578. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, good luck.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
On the left-hand side of the racetrack, Mike Waller. The right side is the Civic is the Eclipse.
Rayo, oye. Fabián, la World, Honda versus Mitsubishi, papá, vamos arriba, Mike Waller por el derecho. Fanáticos de los Mitsubishi, ¿dónde están los fanáticos de los Honda? Activo, papá, alerta de 6 segundos, se la quieren dejar bien marcada a los Mitsubishi, vamos a ver. Speed Factory All Wheel Drive. La categoría State Chip, los muchachos activos. Grana Racing State Chip es lo que hay. Uy, 1.22, va muy bien carril izquierdo, 4.66, me vuela disparate, vamos a ver. ¡Wow! 7.01. Respeten los rangos, 205 millas para Speed Factory, Honda Power. James Kemp Speed Factory pasa a la final. Por el bando de los import, gente. Esta es duelo de domestic. Esta es buena. Jonathan Askin por el derecho. Nick Coleman por el izquierdo. Le dije Nicole y el Nick. Wow.
Here we go, Nick Coleman and the grub warren Jonathan Atkins. I'll tell you what, if it's he and James Kemp, yeah, that'll be good. But if Nick Coleman gets there, that'll be a great final as well. Here we go. The S10 versus the Camaro. Grubworm's in. Camaro's in. And Grubworm didn't move! Nick Coleman will go to the final round. 729 for the S10, and Grubworm didn't move.
Wow.
And I hate to say, another number one qualifier bites the dust.
Wow. El número uno que cualificó, gente,
And he was
con
still gonna run
problema. Así que te puedo decir algo, a los que hablan español, tenemos esperanza de ganar, oíste, con la onda. Tenemos esperanza. ¡Es verdad, es verdad!
Drivers, you make it to the final. Service it quickly because we'll be calling you right back very shortly for your final rounds. Again, if you win the semifinal round, make it to the final. Make sure you get it back to the pit. Service it quickly. As waiting on our safety crew down there at the far end of the racetrack. So just taking care of a situation down at the far end of the racetrack. And before we go, Martin Conley and Ryan Graham. And I'll tell you what, I believe Ryan Graham has put a tune-up in this thing that will, because he qualified, he gave up. It'll be 4 times a second to Martin Conley, who's really been the star of the field right now. But number one qualifier again has only made it to one final thus far and didn't win that one. So we shall see.
That's because we only had one. Also, David, you want to make a call for the first 3 major classes for fun? We'll begin. Mickey Thompson, Outlaw versus Extreme. Final, lane number 7. Mickey Thompson tire, Outlaw versus Extreme. Numbers 1 versus 13 here in the semifinals, going to duke it out for a shot at the final and an opportunity at the World Cup. Short burn up there for Ryan Graham, doing the nitrous purge now, and he is just about ready to go. Nitrous purge right away there for Martin Conley on the Coors Light side of the racetrack. Left side is the Coors Light side, the right side is the Napa side here at Maryland National Raceway. If you're watching there on Flow Racing, the right side is the Tower side. Tell you what, I'm equally excited about the matchup back here in the water box. Time for Martin Conley here and Mustang Racing's Ryan Graham. Mustang versus Mustang. Chance at the final here. Both drivers will go into the pre-stage beams here. Conley's going to roll it in first, waiting on Graham. Graham's going to roll it in second. He's going to get him on the tree by just a little bit. Will it be enough, though? Top of the racetrack. They're going to be side by side at the finish line. It's going to be Martin Conley, 726 with a 2 at 187 miles an hour. As the Mustang Racing, Ryan Graham gave it a valiant effort, was 46 on the light. Conley had a 64 reaction time. And Ryan Graham on the valiant effort. His quest for the cup will be over here.
Go. Final arrow. Final. Jeff Kinsler or will be Jason Ostrom. Here we go. Gonna be Teddy Weaver, 933 to a 945. Teddy Weaver headed to the final.
And how about this, Fabian? Teddy Weaver will be going to the final. Your next pair would be numbers 2 versus number 3. Little Red, Charlie Boosh Jr. there on the far side. Can we have an all-Mustang final or Brandon Jefferson, the final import standing? Will he be able to join him? Jefferson, the 94 Honda Civic K-Series motor under the hood. Charlie Booz, left side. He's got Strange Engineering and Booz Brothers Performance on board here for the 1990 Mustang out of Pennsylvania. Brandon Jefferson, this guy is known around the world for what he's been able to do. The all-motor category, 4-piston racing, Clutch Masters, Federa, and FCS all on board here as he goes straight into the pre-stage beams. Charlie Booz sitting patiently and waiting, getting himself all set as the lights will come on here in the pre-stages for both sides. Jefferson will stage it first, waiting on Booz. Booz is in. Charlie Booz rolls the beams. Brandon Jefferson's going to the final. It'll be the import versus domestic final. And Fabian, this is the import and the domestic that I picked at the beginning of the day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I just thought about that.
Yes, it is. You did pick Brandon Jefferson at the start of the day.
I picked Brandon Jefferson and Teddy Weaver for my best import and best domestic. 9:33 of the 7. Jefferson with a good run.
Wow, that's going to be one heck of a final there in Conference Coach All Motor. Running 9:33, both of them in that final. Let's go to...
Vamos allá, categoría Street Fighter, Boricua por el derecho, todavía estamos activos, Jason Bello en el Casper. Vamos allá, sucio difícil, el carro que está en el izquierdo ha corrido 7-7-9. ¡Ay, Luli! Dímelo, Johanna Mari, dímelo. Activo, JBL in the house.
We get Mickey Dump's Tire, Allen versus Extreme final to 7. Atomizer Racing Injectors, Renegade versus Modified final to lane number 1. Let me get Precision Turbo and Engine X275 versus Hot Rod to lane number 5. Let me get McLeod Racing Warriors versus Trace Corto to lane number 3. Again, I need my quick 4 to the lanes for your finals. The Craigslist Cadillac going to be coming up left side of the racetrack. Darren Barone, the 1980 Mustang out of New York. Gasper version 5, Jason Bello, the 2008 Civic out of Ruskin, Florida. Let's get to come down here. Mustang versus Civic. Import versus domestic. Out in front is going to be Barone. Will he be able to hold off the Jason Bell machine? He's going to pull away as Bell is not able to find the next gear. Top in Barone, 773 with the 0175.
773, 175 millas, pasando a la final el Mustang.
I tell you what, Craig's a killer. We got a fantastic run together. As I need Garth Warwick to the tower, please. Garth Warwick to the tower. As here's Samantha Moore and Charlie Barnes. Again, Charlie won this race last year, but as a car owner, Patrick Estes Jr. was driving it.
That he did, but this weekend he is going to be in his car, the boss of the Napa side, the 2013 Mustang boss, Coyote Power, with JPC Racing on board the turbo entry. Samantha Moore, left side, the 2017 Mustang GT out of Michigan. She was your number 5 qualifier. She's been 770s. We'll see what Charlie Barnes can do.
Vamos allá, seguimos en la categoría Super Street. Dímelo, Kenen Lanausel, mala mía, papá. The Boss por el carril derecho, Moore por el izquierdo. Oye, gente, cualificando número 5 con 781 al izquierdo, 785 cualificando el carril derecho. Carrerita buena.
The Procharger entry into the full stage, lights on the left side. The female, Samantha Moore. The hometown kid, Charlie Barnes, right side.
Samantha Moore treed Charlie Barnes. Top end, win light. She got him on a whole shot of 84, beats a 78. Samantha Moore flat nailed Charlie Barnes on the tree. He was 136. She was 014.
Ea Rayo, la damita ganando la carrera. Girl Power, ¿dónde están las mujeres? Girl Power es lo que hay. Samantha Moore pasando a la final de la categoría Super Street.
How about Charlie Barnes with a best 778, 2 at 174 miles an hour, and I believe that is a career best on the quarter mile for the Barnes machine. But Samantha Moore drills him on the and we are ready to go here as Dan Rines will carry the tires out. They're going to be out in front of the STI, taking out a block as the STI will get DQ.
Now that does not count, as Dan Rintz is your winner. Onyx Garcia crossed the center line, so Dan Rintz has been declared the winner of that race.
Se ranqueó, papá, el STI con 810, 182 millas, pasando la ronda final. De verdad que están que parte estos muchachos, papá. Le están metiendo con todo. 1.27 a los 60 pies para el carril derecho.
So Dan Rintz, even though Higgins had showed up on, even though Dan Rintz, his win line did not come on, Higgins, he was declared the winner as official starter. Jimmy Howard did declare that not only he hit the cross center line, but he hit the block, which is automatic DQ.
He didn't hit the center line, hit cross center line, and took the cone with him.
Oh, yeah, so again, that being an automatic DQ. So Dan Rintz still in, going to his final round.
Smokey.
Oye, los muchachos de Aaron Matías que están por ahí activados, dímelo Tito Tunet in the house. Aaron Matías, dímelo Tito Tunet activo.
As here we go, the drive shaft shot machine right on the 2020 E90 Super out of Winchester, Virginia. Norris Preo to the wheel man. P2 on board here for the number 8 qualifier. Left side, that is Derek Martin. The 92 Honda Civic out of Colorado. B18 power under the hood. He is just about ready to go to battle here. So we'll see here which of these two will be able to go to the final. $890 Supra, right lane, Honda Civic, left lane. I'll tell you what, this is
Vamos
going to
allá.
be a good one.
Eric Martin por el carril izquierdo, dímelo. Mark Performance in the house. Chupatec.
Lights are getting ready to come down, clean and green. There goes Norris. He's going to be out in front. Not great reaction from either driver. But will Martin be able to drive around him? Top end at the quarter mile stripe. He will. Derek Martin with the drive by 8:27.3. Norris 8:40 with a 5. Derek Martin will be going to the final.
¡Qué clase palote! 827, 178 millas, papá, mi panita Javi Mate, dímelo. Mark Performance se queda en la final. Así que vamos a ver con quién.
Let me get Outlaw versus Extreme to lane number 7.
Seguimos en esta próxima ronda.
Mickey Thompson Tire, Outlaw versus Extreme to lane number 7. Let me get Atomizer Racing Injectors, Renegade versus Modified to lane number 1. Let me get my Precision Turbo and Engine X275 versus Hot Rod to lane number 5. Let's get McLeod Racing, Where's versus Tres Cuarto to lane number 3. Let me get JPC Racing Street Fighter also to lane number 1. Again, JPC Racing Street Fighter will call you now to your finals to lane number 1. Grannis Racing Stick Shift. Grannis Racing Stick Shift to lane 7. Again, Stick Shift to lane 7. Let's go and get Faster Motorsports Wild Street. That'll be Wild Street to lane number 3, please. Wild Street, lane number 3. Competition Clutch